you seeing out of the Washington offense?
Athletic. They have a very good running back that runs. Actually, they have two running backs that I think are very good. If you watch the film or you see the film from last year, they make guys miss. So the key for us is going to be fitting our gaps, and we have to tackle.
You've got the or at quarterback. What's that do for you, and how tough is that, considering two of the guys you got no film of anyway, I guess?
They're just making it tough on me to figure out who's the or. So, it'll be – we'll see on game day who it is.
I mean, what can you or can't you do when you don't know who the quarterback's going to be as far as trying to figure out what they do on offense?
To me, you look at everybody else. I mean, so, I'm looking at the running back. I'm looking at the O-line, all the receivers. I think the thing that a lot of people don't see, which I think is they're very good at tight end. And they have two or three guys that are pretty good at tight end. So I'm expecting to see those guys a lot this game, actually, tight ends.
So you wish you knew who the quarterback was so you could focus on him. Is it uncomfortable, or what is kind of the feeling, though, when you get out there and they may not announce till the first series, I guess, who it's going to be? I mean, what's that like?
It is what it is. So, I mean, as far as that, we know who the O-line is going to be, who the backs are. So, we'll be ready to play.
What's Washington, the player, style of running back? What does he look like? Maybe what are his strengths? What do you expect to see from him?
He's 6'2", he's tall. He kind of reminds me of the running back that was at Arkansas that's with the Raiders. I think he's with the Cowboys now. McFadden. He kind of runs that style. He has long legs. He makes guys miss. He's fast. I mean, if he gets into the open field now, he'll score. So, he's a guy that I think because he's so tall and he's strong, he can cause some problems. He can cause a whole lot of things for us on defense. Distress.
Even if they did name a starting quarterback, I mean, two of these guys in this race, they don't even have any college film yet. I mean, does it really help a lot at this point by knowing who the starter is?
It doesn't help. The starter's going to be who he is. So we'll find out.
You spent
on Friday.
10 years or so trying to stop Chris Peterson offenses in practice, but he's changed so much over the last few years. Is there much carryover to what you remember going against and what they're doing now?
With Coach Pete, it always starts up front. I don't care who the quarterback was, who the receivers were, it always started up front. So his thing is he wants to be able to run the ball, period. So, most offenses are that way, I would think, right? They want to run the ball. And so I don't think that's going to change. So I think that we're going to see those guys try to, as far as up front, he's going to always try to get that running back going in the game, I believe.
You mentioned some of the Washington guys. One of the receivers is Pettis. That's the last thing everyone here knows. And it seems like they talk about getting guys in space, and he's one of those guys that is kind of a big play threat, I would assume.
Yes, he is. He's shifty. I believe he's returning punts for him too. So, yeah, like I said, these guys are athletic now. I don't know what. We have our work cut out for us on defense. Because they got some guys on offense who can go. So once we find out who the quarterback is, then put your hard hat on, right? It's time to go.
Hearts of St. Chancellor James is the starter at nickel. What did he do to solidify that spot?
He made plays. He's a smart kid. He loves the game. He watches film. He's in there every day on his own. If he does something wrong, he's in your office after practice, or he's up, asking you what he did wrong and how you can fix it and all. And he loves the game. And he's a kid that goes hard. He looks good out there also. So
you and I've talked over the years, and the biggest thing for you with safeties is you want physical guys. And with Dylan, with Darian, with Chancellor, you kind of getting that vision of what you want safeties to look like here?
At least look like. So we'll find out. We will find out on Friday how they play. But, they're doing a good job. They work well together. They really love how they play and that cohesion of that group, I think is over us being here for over a year. I think it's gotten a lot better, so they're doing a good job.
You always talk about tackling as being a key and watching defenses.
Right.
The difference between a 2-yard game and maybe a 10-yard
Right.
game, big difference. Is there a challenge in tackling, not just for Boise State, but for everybody in the first game that's different than, say, the middle of the season?
I think so. I think the toughest thing with the first game is that you've been going up against your offense all camp, and even though you may be going fast and you may be going a certain speed, that's still your teammate. So you don't really go all out as you would against a opponent. So when you get to a game and now the speed changes a little bit, I think that's where you can see kind of teams having a hard time with that, and we harp on it. We work on it every day, and for me being with those guys, I know they work on it every day. So we'll see how that works out on Friday.
You mentioned it starts up front, and they've got no returning starters on the O-line. Obviously, we've talked a lot about your D-line and depth there. I mean, is that an area of the game where you guys need to, where it appears, I don't want to say mismatch, but you guys have, at least experience-wise, have the advantage there? Is that an area where you guys need to take advantage of in this game?
That's the battle right there, and just going back earlier, right, to what I said, I know those guys over there, Coach Pete wants to establish the run. And so they're going to do everything they can to get that established. So it's up to us to make sure that we take that away, but that's our game plan every game, right? It's always stop the run, and it's theirs also. So, we'll see who can win that. Hopefully we can win it up front.
Darian was named a defensive captain. Tell us how you feel about him and why you think the team voted him defensive captain.
His leadership, on and off the field. He's not real vocal, but when he does talk, it goes a long way. He works every day. He comes out every day and he does things right. And even when he doesn't do things right, he fixes them pretty quick. So he's done a good job, I think, as a senior.
You said coming into camp, if you have to worry about corner, you can't be a great defense. Have Ford and Horton done enough to give you confidence that you've got enough at corner right now?
Yes, they have. But once again, it's a different light when those lights come on and you're playing in front of 30,000 people, or 40,000 people. So we'll see once the game gets going and you're out there on the island with a guy. And, to me, that position is where you find guys that are special. The guys that are out there on that island and they're playing against 4-3 guys and 4-4 and can cover like that are the ones that are, are pretty good, are special.
Is there anything they can do to hint that they can't handle the bright lights, obviously, or that they can't handle the moment?
What's your question again?
You said that obviously when you get a true freshman out there, it's all about trying to handle the bright lights.
Right.
Is there anything that whether it's their mentality, their demeanor, whether how they performed in the scrimmage, that they can't handle that? Or?
Just try to keep them. To me, it's all about the preparation. I was thinking back a few weeks ago. I was talking to Coach Hartz about a topic that came up. I remember Orlando Scandrick when he was a freshman. He was a third corner, and I kept harping to him about, hey man, be ready. You're going to play, and we go play Georgia, and Quentin Jones gets knocked out on the first kickoff return. So he's up and he's ready to play. The first play we ever played on defense, he started the first play as a true freshman, and so he didn't expect that. I didn't expect that neither. But as far as the bright lights, it's all about just playing, and just having a chance to play.
We haven't seen the depth chart yet. Other than Horton, who else is in a position where they might have a chance as a true freshman to play on the defensive side?
That's all I can think of right now is Horton.
Who would be that next corner maybe if you needed one? Would it be Jackson, or are you still figuring that out?
Ray Ford, Horton. Hopefully we don't have to go that deep, but
how many rotations do you expect to have on the D-line? You seem capable of having three full rotations.
2 for right now. Yeah.
You spent as much time as anybody probably around here with Pete over the years. What did he mean to you, and what do you think he meant to this city, this program, in the time that he was here?
He was a mentor. He was a great coach. He was a great boss. Taught me a lot. Coach Pete is smart. You can talk to Coach Pete about whatever. You can talk to him about anything. Him and his wife are still close friends to me and my family. So he meant a lot to the city. He brought some big wins. So
Going against Ryan Finley every day in practice this month. What are you seeing out of him in terms of what he brings to the field as a quarterback?
Leadership. He's a leader. On and off the football field, I believe.
What do you do that gave you guys the most trouble?
Pick a day. I mean, it varies. It varies. I can't give that secret out though, but it varies.
For you, I mean, having played here, having coached here before and now, what was it like for you to be a part of the transition and obviously be able to kind of live up to the expectations of Boise State football?
It felt great, kind of seeing the growth. From 1996 when we were 2-10, and our head coach died, and then seeing the growth going from Houston Nutt to Dirk Cutter to Coach Hawkins, and then to Coach Pete and Coach Hart's now. So to see that growth and to be here for each, kind of each step, feels great.
Having been with all those coaches, what does Coach Hartson bring to the table that might be a little different, or might be kind of his own spin on the program, I guess?
Well, he's a guy that get in a race car and go real fast, faster than a whole lot of those other guys. Well, he's, Coach Harsh is smart. He's competitive. I say he's probably one of the most competitive. I've been around. He'll come across at times as being kind of soft and kind of speaking, saying the right things, but he wants to win. He wants to win every day. He wants to win in practice. He wants to win if we're shooting on the hoop court, he wants to win on the hoop court. He's a guy that wants to win all the time. And that's kind of me and our edge that he and I have kind of growing up together, being on the same teams together, is that we both always want to win.
Marcel, thanks.
Thank you.